Well, let's now bring in our Wednesday panel. Labor legend Graham Richardson and former Victorian Liberal Party President Michael Kroger. Welcome to you both. I want to start by getting your reaction to this deception by the White House, Democrats and the media over Biden's mental state. It's been a big issue over the past week. Michael Kroger, what do you think about this protection racket over Biden's mental ability?
Well, it's pretty disgusting, and it's going to plague her for the next 4 months because everyone. She said, "I wish people could see what I see." Well, we did see it, Kamala. We saw it with our own eyes, and it was terrible. It was an infirmed president capable of putting a sentence together who clearly had early-stage dementia, and everyone in the Democratic Party then realised that, or were prepared to be honest about it after the debate. They got rid of him, but it'll bite her. And as for all the other things you're talking about, the money she's raised, it's relief. It's not excitement. People in America are just relieved that there's somebody who could put a sentence together who's running as their candidate. And I think this will fade over the next few months as people realise that she's not up to the job. She doesn't have a good record politically. She's a woke, left-wing liberal prosecutor effectively from San Francisco, which is a basket case, and I think ultimately her campaign will fade.
Do you think, though, Richo, that she does present now a credible alternative to Trump? I mean, there would have been a section of voters who don't like Trump. He's very divisive, but they would have had concerns about voting for Biden, given he was clearly incoherent much of the time, forgot his train of thought on many occasions. So do you think that Kamala Harris might win support from those undecided voters or just anti-Trump voters?
Yeah, I think she can. I mean, the way I look at it, you've had a pretty awful choice between Biden and Trump, and now you've got a slightly less awful choice between Harris and Trump. So I think Harris is an improvement. But my God, wasn't that needed? Because things were looking pretty grim for the Democrats.
I mean, we've been saying for such a long time now, Donald Trump and Joe Biden, are they really the best options in the entire of the United States? And it is in many ways a pity that the Democratic Party didn't have a proper process, that Kamala Harris, who many say was a diversity pick in the first place, has automatically, it looks like she will get the nomination, and there was no democratic process. Michael Kroger, do you think it's a pity that that didn't happen, that there might have been better people who have more skills, who have more strength, who have a foreign policy expertise?
There are clearly much better candidates within the Democratic Party than her. You wouldn't have her in the first 20. And don't forget, when she ran for the nomination in 2020, that is in 2019, when she ran for the Democratic nomination, she withdrew before the first primary because she had the support of about 4% of the Democratic Party. Those people that knew her best 5 years ago gave her 4% of the vote, and she had to withdraw. Her campaign was a disaster. She's clearly she was a diversity pick. She's been given one big job, which everyone knows, which has been a total disaster. That's why I think she'll fade. Once you get to policy substance, she will fade. So yes, there were a lot better candidates. The governor of Michigan, the governor of Pennsylvania, Michelle Obama, et cetera, the governor of California, much more qualified candidates. But as vice president and a black woman, how was the Democratic Party ever going to go past her? Well, I don't, I said last week I thought she was 90% chance of getting the job. So they couldn't go past her. They're stuck with her. And, as I said, it's not joy and enthusiasm, it's relief that's causing this upswing for her at the minute.